Welcome to the talk. We will be speaking on the fact that 80% of Africans lack the affordable housing, says the Minister of Housing and Urban Development. And Nigerians struggle as high drug prices fuel health crisis. So, let's get into it. The Nigerian real estate market size was valued at $91.1 million as of 2023 and is predicted to reach $137.8 million by 2030 at the compound annual growth rate of 61% from 2040 to 2030. The significant rise in expenses require urgent attention, particularly because the economy cannot sustain such a burden and citizens are unable to afford these additional costs. The Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Ahmed Danigua, called upon the Minister of Housing in Africa to enhance innovative housing finance solutions because the rate at which price of house have increased rapidly is making 80% of Africans unavailable to keep up with the rapid increase in housing finance. Now the question is, does this innovation better our standard of living? According to Danigua, many households that could afford housing a year ago can no longer do so because of the rising costs of building materials and static incomes. Now, this statement is very much factual as the housing state in Nigeria, for instance, in Ikoyi 2020, an average price of a 3-bedroom apartment was 150 million naira, while a 5-bedroom apartment was sold for 450 million naira. Now, as of 2023, a 3-bedroom apartment is now costing 400 million to 5 billion naira, while a 5-bedroom flat is costing 1 billion to 3.5 billion naira. This current situation represents a significant shift, particularly due to the stagnant cost of living and the inability of most people's salary to cover their basic needs. Additionally, the drastic rise in rent prices for properties that individuals already own has further aggravated the issue. With the innovation and funds of 1 trillion naira, housing and apartments can be built without any drastic prices at the end of production. The innovation offers a promising solution for individuals living in inadequate or undersized apartments or houses. The idea is beneficial as it significantly improves the standard of living. When house prices drop, it reduces the amount of money spent in a particular area, allowing people to allocate more funds to other necessities. This ensures that people won't have to worry as much about rent or finding new places to move because houses and apartments will be much more affordable. It also affects situations like reduced household debts. A reduction in house prices can help rebalance the market and encourage the economy's less focus on passive wealth gains. It can also free up resources for businesses to invest in more productive capital, potentially leading to a long-term economic growth. The consideration of a plan designed to assist countries, particularly during challenging economic period marked by currency depreciation, should not be procrastinated. These measures are imperative and advantageous. Many individuals are faced with the dilemma of desiring to upgrade to extravagant residences, resulting in hefty bank loans and subsequently falling into prolonged debts. Innovative financial approaches can serve to lessen these outrageous debts and curb unnecessary extravagant expenditures. Still on the top, Nigerians struggle as high drug prices fuel health crisis. The surge in prices of medically prescribed medicine has significantly impacted individuals, leading to reduced usage and improper adherence to prescriptions. This in turn can result in more health issues and increased overall expenses. According to Shola Ogundipe, health editor, for patients in Nigeria, the outrageous cost of life-saving drugs is a daily burden. Several people are now forced to take a risk with their health by extending or missing doses, settling for less potent substitutes, resulting to self-medication or traditional healers, or stop medication entirely. It then brings on the question, should we intervene in the medical price problems, especially if they are causing a negative ripple? There are several factors contributing to the rise in medical prices of medications that we need to consider and address. The relationship between the market power, health insurance, and unregulated drug prices is a complex one that demands our attention. Pharmaceutical companies have a lot of ways when it comes to pricing, and this calls for some serious intervention. It's high time we establish a fixed and reasonable price for all medication. And let's not forget the rising cost of personalized and specialized drugs. It is unmanageable. We need to get creative and find new ways to make these treatments more accessible and affordable. Plus, let's not ignore the fact that insurance plans with high patient costs is making it tough for people to afford these medications. We need to think about changing up these benefits plans to help people in need. Yes, drug companies invest heavily in research, development, and marketing, which in turn affects the price of drugs they produce. Unfortunately, there is lack of transparency in these pharmaceutical industries, making it challenging for patients and providers to make well-informed decisions. It is crucial to improve transparency and find ways to balance the business costs to maintain fair drug prices. Additionally, allegations of conclusions and price fixing among generic drug manufacturers must be addressed to ensure fairness for consumers. We should learn from other countries and how they manage their medical finances. There are countries where drug marketing cost is significantly lower compared to the United States. For instance, France, Germany, Sweden, and the United Kingdom have implemented policies to control pharmaceutical prices and expenditures. These countries have developed strategies that target not only prices but also determinants of drug spending, such as utilization and the use of cost-effective drugs. We must tackle these challenges head-on. Multiple factors at play demand our attention. The complex relationship between the market power, health insurance, and unregulated drug prices demonstrate the urgent need for significant intervention. We need to set fair, fixed prices for all medication and come up with creative solutions to ensure that personalized drugs are more readily available. By dealing with these deep-rooted issues, promoting transparency, and enacting policies that prioritize affordability and accessibility, we can take steps towards establishing fair drug prices and enhancing healthcare outcomes for everybody. This has been Padiola Ntoye.